during so people can catch me. My eyelids, like I've said, they've been super puffy and dry and irritated, and look at how dry and irritated my rosacea is. I'm going to take this and I'm going to take just a little bit Hi Joanna of 40 Cure Cream, which is what came in this last month's Amaze box. And I'm going to rub a very thin layer of that on my eyelids. It helps with eczema, so we're going to give it a shot. I just need to stay consistent. I want to say about a year ago during the same time frame this happened to me before. So I don't know if it's just like the change of weather or the allergies or what it is, but something just really drives my eyelids into like irritation mode. I'm also going to take a little bit of Due Date oil. My skin's feeling, like I said, a little bit of dehydration. I need to drink more water. It's a little bit of irritation, all of the above. So I took just a little, like not even a half a pump of Due Date, and I'm really going to press that into my troubled areas to create a glow and better makeup application, especially when my skin's all cray-cray. Let's hide some of this redness and then we'll start on eyebrow. Well, I have to prime first because it's a crime not to prime, but y'all, I have a confession to make. I'm out of my primer. And it should get to me here soon. So I took a sample from work. This is Eminence face primer. It has SPF in it. I just love I love how easy ours is. So we're gonna use this in the meantime. When you prime, it keeps your natural oils from pushing through your makeup, leaving you for a better, longer wear. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal. So I'm gonna conceal with green today since I'm experiencing a lot of redness, and that's concealer number 1 right here. And that's what I'm gonna use to cover all of this irritated redness. So green eliminates red, and then your peachy tone concealer is going to take away purples and blues. I really want to do eye makeup today, but y'all, my eyes are so irritated, I don't know if I can. I wonder if we do a matte. When I put shimmer on it, since it's a dry, flaky area, it legit looks like cray cray. So I have to avoid shimmers. Maybe we can try a matte today. Now I'm gonna go in with that peachy tone, and I'm gonna use this all over my eye. I'm really gonna set this well today because I did use a thicker cream on my eyelids prior to going into this step, so I want it to stay. Ooh, I might try to share that video one more time, but I'll do it discreetly to where it doesn't take up too much of our time because Mama has to go to work today. We have a busy day learning new skincare treatments and all kinds of fun stuff. I love working in a spa. If y'all know me, you know my love for the beauty industry runs deep. So being in a spa like makes me happy on so many levels. Okay, so that was the peachy tone. That's typically what I use on my eyelids. It creates a nice even canvas. It's also going to act as my eyeshadow primer. It is waterproof and 50% pigmented, so it lasts forever. Before I move on though, I really want to get this set in place. Before it creases. If there's one thing you should know about me and technology, it really, really makes me so mad. Okay, let me try now. It says it was shared to my timeline, so this I do not know. And if it was, sorry for the delay. If you're hopping on, do say, hey, I hate long intros, and it did. And I hate taking up time. But you know what? Sometimes we got to fight through the technology issues. So this is just our translucent powder. It's going to keep everything in place. And I haven't done under eye yet. See, it gets so dry. That's why I've been avoiding eyeshadows. But that's what makes my lives fun, is creating new eyeshadow looks. So today we're actually going to go back to my old way of doing brows, which was with our Brow Tamer brush, which I love it so much. I need a new one. I kind of bent it, but that's okay. And then just through travel, it's been a little worn. They're like $12 or $14. So this is brush number 14. It's got a really fine tip there, so it makes for an easy application. I am going to spray this brush with Time Setter. I'm just gonna give it a gentle little squeeze. Time Setter is gonna keep my brows in place all day. I just realized my son took my mirror. It's gonna keep your brows in place all day, and it's gonna help to create more of like a pomade. So I take small little strokes underneath that brow line, just following my natural brow growth. It works better when your eyebrows are tamed. Yes, I work in a spa and my brows are looking fluffy right now. It's hard to get on your own books. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. So I sprayed it again. I just like to make sure that my underline area and right above, and I'll show you where I start and why here in a second, but I like it to be a little more defined towards the tail end. I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up. It's gonna take some work. It's been a hot minute since I haven't used, or since I've used this powder. I switch it up here and there. I'm typically a brow pencil type of girl. And y'all, we're allowed to say Lime Life is getting a brow pencil. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm so excited. So I don't bring this line all the way over to the front of my brow. I want to create a more natural appearance. Your eyes naturally gravitate to the front of the brow. So if you have it big and boxy, people are gonna notice. So I follow all the way underneath here, and then here I come in about just a little bit. I don't know. I don't have exact measurements. And then I just take that brush and fill in the gaps. Powder is really easy to use at giving you that fluff. My boo-boo boy doesn't feel good today, so Daddy's staying home. And then to make it really natural, you just take the end of your brush and you brush through it. And I'm going to trace these out with concealer. I just really like to have a more defined brow, especially since I lack the hair. And I'm going in with shadow number 40, Taupe for the Best, for my eyebrows. And if you need to be color matched, let me know. I can help you. Such a weird time to go live. I really enjoy late night lives. How about y'all? So when you replay this, if you enjoy late night lives better than early morning, let me know. And now I just go in and fluff. So much fun stuff has been going on, guys. I just can't even deal with it. Our Amazebach, not Amazebach. I'll show you what it looks like. So that relaunches every month around, what's today? Today's the 2nd, so it relaunches on the 3rd of every month. And they bring on 2,000 more subscribers every month. So what that means is, yes, they're gonna sell out. So how can we get you one, you ask? Well, you need to make sure that your Lime Life account is created before launch, because that takes time. Make sure your credit card information is saved there and all of that good stuff. And then you need to be checking the site. I let all my people know when it's supposed to launch. And then from there, you just want to check the site throughout that time to see when it launched, because it goes that fast. Legit goes that fast. Okay, so now I'm going to take concealer and we're going to clean up these brows. I'm going to go in with concealer number 0, which is what I'm going to highlight underneath my eyes with. And our concealer brush number 6, it's been my favorite brush I've found to trace out brows. Legit. I bought this concealer brush from Morphe. It hurts and it's stiff, so it's hard to get like fluid motion. I've bought one from e.l.f. and it's a little bitty tiny guy. I don't know. I just like this because the bristles are really long, so it bends. Its bendability is really nice. And I'm just going to take this and go not directly under. I'm going to leave some space. And the reason why we highlight underneath is because that's where your eyes are gravitated towards. And then I'm going to blend that up. So a mistake I've been making, and I just learned, so that's a new tip and trick, is to give yourself some space so that when you blend it up, you're not taking away completely from that line that you created. Okay? I hear my dog drinking out of the toilet. And then I'm going to go up top and I'm going to do the same. This is okay if I get a little bit closer, because typically up top, when my brows are not taken care of, when they're not in shape, I get a little heavy. So this is where I really clean up my brow. And I use this concealer to my advantage and use it like a magic eraser. There you go. So you can see the difference. One just is a little more like, boom, that's a nice brow. And one's like, okay, her brow's all right. I like to call this an Instagram brow. More defined and polished. So again, I leave that little barrier that allows me to drag the product up and into my line versus hugging that line. If you hug the line, you are prone to mess up that line by blending up unless you blend down. You can do that. But this time, I decided to give myself a little bit of space and work the product up instead of down to see how I like it. And I'm digging. A little spa trick I learned the other day. Our owner, she was trained by Anastasia Brow, and she just has a very good education in the brow industry, in the brow field. So I picked up that trick from her. I'm excited to learn more from her. Y'all, if you are not following me, please just tap the screen and hit follow. And then you're kind of alerted when I go live and all of that fun stuff. I have so much stuff that I want to do this month. You might want to tune in. You just might. So eyebrows are sisters, not twins. I try to get them as close as possible. But hey, no one's perfect. And if I rest my face, one automatically changes. If I raise my eyebrows, it's just like a whole nother thing. I just can never get them perfect, no matter how hard I try. So after that, if you want to diffuse this a little more, if you feel like it's a little too much, just take your fingertips and rub that out. We've already set my eye. So I'm going to go underneath my eye and I'm going to apply that number 0 concealer. So this is the complexion palette and it saves you money. I always use more than one concealer, regardless if that's going to be for contour or if it's going to be for correction and then highlight. I always. And then you have your foundation. So you're gonna save money when it goes into complexion palettes or palettes in general. The more you buy, the more you save. And I'm just gonna drag that down. This will be diffused out and blended out when I apply my foundation. And I just keep it kind of in like an upside down triangle, avoiding bringing it all the way up underneath until afterwards. I try to keep most of that product down and away, and then I work it up, just kind of like the eyebrows. And what that does is if you're putting most of your product on directly under your eye, where we all struggle with those natural expression lines from smiling, because we smile all day, right guys? Then you're gonna cake them up. You're gonna make them feel heavy. So that's why I diffuse up into underneath the lashes. Under the eye, we're gonna go and apply some here, all in my T-zone area. Okay, so instead of going live earlier like I wanted to, I decided to hop onto our Fempire Facebook group, which is for all beauty guides. And our CEO came on there and let us know of some comp plan changes that are gonna benefit more so your people who are ranked below executive levels, right? Let me just put some underneath here. I'm gonna put some underneath where I'm going to contour. So anywho, if you want to be a beauty guide and you're worried about actually making money or how you can benefit yourself without running a team, say maybe running a team's not your priority, they have different bonuses for being active, executive active, and a different type of active. I forget what it's called. So basically, if you can do Beauty Guide Active for 10 months, then you don't have to pay the yearly fee. That's waived. It shows you're working your business. So sorry, Executive Active, not Beauty Guide Active. That's $600 a month is Executive Active, which is attainable if you're wanting to work your business. So that's why they set these, because if you're showing that you're here to work and to run a business, they want to reward you. So in the past, yes, it's great to get active and executive active, and then the next active, which I think is $1,200 in sales. I'm not sure 100%. I don't have my comp plan in front of me. Then you're just like, hey, that's a great accomplishment. That is my personal goal. That's personally what I set every month for myself. Well, now they're going to honor everybody by hitting these and by working your business. So it's going to be amazing. You'll find out more if you join this month. They're going to send it to you in your starter kit. And then they're also going to email you beauty guides, all of the information today. So I'm going in with our Botanical Wax Foundation. Extremely lightweight. It feels like your skin. It's 50% coverage, 50% pigmentation, not coverage, okay? So a little bit goes a long way. So you're going to use less product for a better coverage. And I always drag that down, and I don't know why my skin's looking yellow right now. I think it's because I have an orange light on in the back. So I'm going in and I'm mixing my Olive One and Shinto one to create more of a neutral foundation. Sometimes my skin, it goes through phases to where it doesn't know if it's olive or if it's warm or what. So we're just going to do both. Oh, my nuggie. He's got those canine teeth coming in, y'all. And it ain't no joke. He woke up with snot all crusted over his face. All of it. So, where's my mirror? I'm trying to use y'all as a mirror, and it doesn't work. Piece of hair. I just take this smaller, so that was our diffuser brush number 17. That's what I love to do all over my face. And then I also love this brush number 5. It's the same as the diffuser brush, but it's smaller. I like to take that and get under my eyes, around my nose area, just smaller spaces, and my eye, top of my eye as well. Once that's done, I'm going to set my under eye with that translucent powder. I'm not going to do my whole face. I put that due date on for a reason today. My skin's very dry and irritated, so I'm not going to do more damage by setting the whole thing with translucent powder. Translucent powder is going to mattify you and remove any excess oil. So if you're oily prone skin, it's a really good thing to have. I use it too, and I'm dry. My nose and T-zone will sometimes get a little bit of a glisten, but nothing crazy. So if I just go and touch those places with setting powder, not only is it going to keep my makeup in place forever, it's going to remove those natural oils. And let's move on to eyeshadow. Let's do a really simple eyeshadow look without using eyeliner again, just because of how irritated my eyes are. And this part still looks crusty. That sounds gross, and it is, but it's the truth, y'all. We ain't telling nothing but the truth here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this cream color, Cream Boat, number 38, all over my lid to create evenness. I'm going in with mattes today because that shimmer really accentuates the freaking growth on my eyeball. Like, if we're being honest here, it looks like a dang growth. I asked the esthetician at work, I was like, what is this? Is this psoriasis? Help me out. And she's like, no, it just looks like eczema. I've been missing eyeshadow and eyeliner. Oh, so I ordered some of that magnetic lashes, but the ones where you have the eyeliner and that's your magnetic strip instead of having to sandwich your lashes together. And I'm like so excited to try them out. I'm going to go in with pinks today. I'm going to do a really soft blush pink look. I'm going to go in with this Pink Happy Thoughts, number 36. This is an 18-well palette, y'all. You can get a 4-well palette. You can also do a 6-well palette. This is what I was talking about 100% customizable to your liking, and you save money. So a 6-well is really ideal. I feel like you can get a lot of different makeup looks out of one 6-well palette. A 4-well palette to me is good as well, but it's just kind of more of like your daily look. Whereas if you just add 2 more, you can amp your look up from daytime to nighttime, party time, date night time, whatever you got going on. So I'm going to take that Pink Happy Thoughts. I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I usually do this after I do my transition shade, so I might want to go back in there. But I just wanted to see how it was going to play out over my dry skin. And the matte, let's just say the matte over that dry skin looks so much better than what the shimmer was looking like. Oh my Lord. And I just packed that in. I'm going to take a fluffy brush like so. I'm dusting that off now. I need to clean my brushes, y'all. I need a brush cleaning day. I need to get my glam room organized day. I need to do laundry day. And the list goes on and on and on. So before I forget, because this happens, this is the Amaze Box. This is what it comes in. You get a subscription every month. You're charged at the same time. You can cancel at any given time. And it's valued at $50 to $100. Our last box we got had a full-size 40 Cure cream, which is the cost of this in general. So $38, free shipping though. It came with a cream that cost $38 plus 2 big deluxe size add-ons and some other cute little stuff in there. So I'm excited to see what this other box is going to be. I'm wondering if it's going to be more skincare or if it's going to be more cosmetics or what. Tools. It could be tools. I could use some tools right now. I feel like they should send everybody this brush because it's the bomb diggity. So if it was me, that's what I would do, but it's not me. Okay, Blush Shower, which is another one of my favorites that I haven't used in a long time. It's number 37. It makes a really pretty transition shade. It's not too heavy. It's not too pink. It's really nice. And I take and I always start in the outer corner just because where you lay your brush is going to be the most pigment. And I'd rather that be on the outer corner than the inner corner. Okay, so that Amaze box, like I said, 2,000 more subscriptions every month is what it's going to open up. So you have to be prepared. Last month it sold out in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Well, it sold out in a couple hours, the first one of 9,500 boxes. And then when they relaunched it, 2,000 more boxes, that's whenever it sold out in 8 minutes. So make sure you have your Lime Life account created and you have a form of payment already in there, just so you can snag it hassle-free, worry-free. I got a little too pink. Okay, so this one's a little bit too much. I'm going to take just a spare fluffy brush. This is why they say keep a fluffy brush on hand for if you go crazy. I'm going to tap back into that cream boat, which is what I evened my lids with, which was this one here, and a bigger fluffy brush. And I'm going to take and just soften that. I got a little too crazy talking about the Amaze box there, a little too excited. I'm going to also take that blush hour and I'm going to smudge it underneath my lash line. Y'all, super, super, super duper easy eye look that I'm bringing to ya, because my eyes are caca right now. And I'm allowed to say that. Y'all can't say that, but I'm allowed to say that. I'm going to take and drag it underneath here, just to tie it all in. And I'm going to keep it a little bit thicker and not hug the lash line so close, because I'm going to also use some brown. Okay, so if you've noticed, I've used Cream Boat, Blush Hour, Pink Happy Thoughts, okay? So that's 3 eyeshadow colors, and now I'm going to go in there with a little bit of a darker brown just to kind of create some depth into my eye. So that's 4 colors. So that could easily be a 4-well eyeshadow palette, which would look like this. I have my concealers in it now, but this is what a 4-well eyeshadow palette looks like. Anytime you run out of a shade that you love, you just pop it out and replace it. You don't even have to worry about buying a whole new palette for one shade. So from there, I'm going to take my small angled Lime Life brush, and I'm going to do a fake eyeliner look. So it's brush number 13. It's really, I love our brushes because they're really soft. They're also weighted, so they're professional grade tools. So it helps with your application, believe it or not. And I'll have to go more in depth about that on another day. But for now, I'm going to dip into this Brownie Points number 8. That also makes another good brow color if you have darker brows than me, or say that you want a little more warmth. I'm going to take it, I'm going to just hug that lash line really tight. And I'm not going to bring it all the way over. I want to keep my eyes open. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so I never really want to close them off. Okay, and then to tie everything in, I'm going to do the same to my lash line. And I just go and like stamp it. Nothing crazy. I'm not trying to create a perfect line. I'm just trying to create some depth into my lash line. That also helps to create the appearance of fuller lashes. Okay, super easy peasy. I might even do some smoky to this eye. Now I'm getting all crazy. When I'm not on camera, guys, this does not take that long. I could probably complete this full look in 15 minutes. and be ready and feel polished. Bless you. Okay, I think I want to add a little bit more to my eyeball. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush. It's a smaller fluffy brush, and I'll show you. So like the density is smaller than what this is, but it's still fluffy. It's not stiff and dense. And I'm going to dip into that same chocolate shade. Hi.
You live?
Yeah.
Oh.
Outer corner, and I'm just gonna very lightly do it. I don't want anything crazy because my irritated eyes. So I don't want to have to worry about messing it up if my eyes are super irritated and watery or just dry and irritated. So very light. Very light. Y'all, my face is itchy, my nose is itchy. This is allergies at its finest. And just to diffuse it more, so I'll take the same brush that I used as my transition shade, and I'll just buff that a little more. Super soft, but I like it to look like I tried a little bit. Y'all, I need help from y'all. So I need to know what kind of eye looks you want to see or have me recreate. So at any time that you have an idea, y'all throw it down on this page in a thread of a live, private message me if you don't want anyone to know. Like, no question's a silly question. I really want to help everyone. Before I do that, I'm going to warm my eyeliner up in between my thighs just a little bit. It helps it to glide a little bit smoother. And before I forget, because this has happened when I go out of whack, out of steps, I'm going to do my complexion. We're going to contour, blush, and highlight. I keep it really simple for a daily look. I'm not going to cream contour, even though it's simple as well. I'm going to go in with this #1 bronzer. So we have about 7 or 8. This is the OG bronzer. So there's a little bit of shimmer to it. This brush is my favorite. It has made contouring so easy and mindless that I can just shove it in my cheek and it like glides with my face shape. It's a really dense fan brush and it's number 16. So I go in the hollows of the cheek from the top of the ear down towards the mouth, and I don't just up and down it. I go in kind of oval motions, and that's just to diffuse the product as it's being applied. I'm big on blending as it's applied versus creating a harsh line and having to blend it out afterwards. To me, it's too much work to have to do that. So if I can do it all in one, just makes life a little bit easier. Backwards 3 is a good rule of thumb. So around your hairline, into that cheek cavity, and then down your jawline. Okay, so backwards 3. Always dust it down here, just so I don't look like a floating head. And everything kind of ties in. And then same. And then the key to it as well is making sure you dust into that hairline, y'all. You don't want to forget. And I'm going to also take some down the sides of my nose. And you can really go ham with contouring and change different features of yourself that maybe you want to define or take away. But I just do it so that I don't have a white mask going across my face. It creates some evenness. Instead of just having the dark contour on the outside, I bring it to the inside as well. So I'm going to go in with number 3. This is our blush brush, and I'm a huge, huge fan. I love that it's slightly angled. I love that it's small and light and airy. So therefore, I feel like it gives me a really good blended blush application. And I've never been one. I can show y'all my old blush brush. No, I can't. It's like a circle of dense bristles. And it kind of hurt. So I'm going to go in. I want to mix it up a little bit today. I want to tap into a shade that I haven't used in a while. And I'm going to use this one. This is glowing. So a lot of people of medium to darker complexions can get away with using it as a highlight. For someone who has a little more of pink undertones like myself, it's not ideal. So I'm going to mix a little bit of that with our blush number 3, Possible. Ooh, that is so pretty and shiny, which is what I want. I'm creating a dewy, hydrated look. I want everything glowy, except for my eyes, because of my skin. My skin's going through some issues right now. And what I love about this brush too is that it is angled. So once you get that on there, if you feel like it needs to be diffused, you can just go and brush it and blend it. Easy peasy. If I can do it, you can do it. Serious. So that was 2 blush shadows today, 2 blush shades today. I'm gonna go in with, let's keep it pink. I'm gonna go in with Sweet Dreams. It's not pink, but it's not green. That's the other highlighter I wanted to use, was a green gold. So I'm gonna go in with Sweet Dreams, which is what I use on my eyes all the time. And I'm gonna take just this highlight contour brush, number 18, and we're gonna dab into that and take it just on the top of my cheekbones. Hydrated and glowing is the theme of the season. Let's do some mascara and then a lip, and I'm done. Super easy, super simple, super presentable. I've got people coming to teach skincare today. I gotta look somewhat decent. I haven't been wearing eyeshadow like I said, and I just don't feel myself. Especially when going to work. Like, I like to hold myself to a little bit of a higher standard than my home life, which would be no eyeshadow. But you know what? When things happen, you just got to embrace it. So this is our all-in-one Fiber Lash Mascara. It now comes in brown and black. It has natural fibers in it, so this is a vegan mascara. Good for sensitive eyes, which I'm really happy for. It's going to provide length, but I don't get flaking throughout the day. So I never get any eye irritation. I never have mascara falling out underneath my lash line or anything like that. I really like to create a base for my lashes. And what I mean by that is creating my final finish in the first pass. So I like to make sure my eyelashes are separated and kind of going what way I want them to. And then I give it a second and I move on to the other eye. The second and third, if you want to go crazy, I usually only do 2, but I know you can add as much as you want. That's when you're going to create that length. That's when you're going to start getting that falsy mascara look. Another reason why this mascara is #1 every single month and for 2018 is because the bristles on it, y'all. I swear by them. It really separates my lashes. And I don't have a lot of lashes. I have very fine lashes, so I need them to stay as separated as possible. And now, mascara's not for everyone. One mascara is not for everyone. Sometimes people want different ones, and I understand that. You want different goals. I just hated some of the other ones on the market, and I'm really obsessed with this brush and how this applies and how it doesn't irritate and I don't get any flaking. So now I'm going to work on that second pass, and then I always save my bottom lashes for last to try to avoid any messes that I could possibly make. And I really have to get better about my skincare, y'all. I get on a good skincare regimen, and I'll do it for weeks at a time, and then when I fall off for like a week. And then I'm not consistent, and then my skin starts tripping balls like this. Okay, so you can see that second one is where you get that falsy look. Look at how crazy. Crazy awesome. So I've talked comp plan changes. I've talked Amazebox. Again, you're not going to want to miss it. And when you are a consecutive 6-month subscriber to Lime Life by Alcone, I just got distracted. Sorry. They reward you, so they're going to give you an extra gift. Y'all better know I'm a subscriber for life. Okay, and then we're going to go into the bottom lash. Kind of nice getting on here in the mornings and it's quiet, but then I miss the interaction and I'm like, where my people at? I need y'all to keep me motivated. Really, I'm trying to link arms for the month of July. I just had a new friend of mine join my team. She is a makeup artist. Some of y'all know her. Most of y'all know her. She is huge down on the coast and she is traveling her business to Los Angeles, where her husband is now a travel nurse and who is my husband's bestie for the restie. And she decided to join Lime Life and take advantage of it and what it can do for her and her career she already has established. So they're going to go hand in hand, which is amazing. So the Shining Beauties are growing. So this is our dark nude lip liner. It is a staple for most lip looks. I have concealer and stuff on my lips. Sorry, guys. I love light nude too. But I'm going in with a darker lip today. So I'm going to embrace the dark nude. I hear a TV show on right now that I am not a fan of and I want it changed because I will not support them. And I will not say it over live because I don't want to start any conversations about that. But anyways, I'm going to go in with s'mores. As feeling a little bit of a darker lip, but then I kind of want to do bright too because we're spring. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if I want to go in with Cupcake. Let's tone it down. Let's tone it down a little bit. So we're going to go in with S'mores. This is a velvety matte finish. It's going to last me 6 to 8 hours throughout the day. It legit stays on like forever. And it doesn't dry me out. So this is going to be Angel Food. And I'm just going to tap a little bit. Like I'm taking off all the color. But I want to put a little bit just to brighten it up on the inside. Barely. I just wanted a slight change on that inner pout area just to create kind of like a pouty lip. There you have it. I am ready to rock and roll, kick rocks today because I am going to slay the day. Oh, okay. Let me show y'all what was my blush brush. This was my blush brush since high school. How the heck and why the heck do I still have this? Probably because I never thought anything about brushes. I never needed to have good brushes. I didn't care about brushes, whatever, as long as I could apply good makeup, right? Well, they kind of go hand in hand if you want to up your game a little more. Not saying that you can't get by with crazy brushes until you're ready to invest because they are an investment, but I've had most of my brushes from Lime Life for a year because I earned 6 brushes when I first joined. So that was one incentive that helped me build my kit. And then I didn't have to worry about spending money on these expensive brushes because I got them for free. But this is the difference, okay? So this is like a little more stiff, a little more pokey, not as flexible. It creates harshness. This is very soft, very flexible, angled, it creates a diffused airbrushed finish. So that's the difference between the brushes. That's my little spiel on brushes, because I was, up until recently, never cared about brushes. And as you see with my eyeshadow brushes, I still have some off-brand ones just to get me by until I can fully invest. And also, I don't like cleaning brushes often. So I hope everyone has a fabulous Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Y'all drink some good margaritas and eat some good tacos. And we'll chat later. I'm trying to get on every day to create a look because I enjoy having y'all. This is my Zen time. I just have to find the time, working mom life, boy mom, husband, all these things going on, but I'm going to do it. If there's a will, there's a way. So thank y'all for chatting. And if you hop on later, please throw down a blue heart emoji. And if you want to be color matched for any foundation, concealer, if you want the deets on this look and how I can customize a collection for you, send me a private message. I would be happy to chat that up. Amazebox related, joining my team related, you name it. Y'all come at me. I'm ready for y'all, and we'll talk later.